Hello ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shaq here, and welcome to No Man's Sky, the complete explanation. Hello Games, the devs for this particular title, surprised the ever-living crap out of all of us at E3 in 2004. But after the release, lots of questions started springing to mind. What is this game? What can you do? How does the multiplayer work? Well, let's get into it. So what is No Man's Sky? Well, it's a PlayStation 4 limited time exclusive. That means initially it'll be PS4 only, and then eventually it'll come out on other platforms. It's a game about universal exploration. It uses a custom engine that can procedurally generate planets, creatures, and ships. The player character in this universe is free to go out and explore, gathering resources and upgrading their character and starship, which in turn allows them to go out and explore more of the universe. Players will be starting out on a random planet with no ship, armed with a multi-tool that can be upgraded and customized to the player's specifications. This tool is Hello Games' way of giving us all the classic stuff you'd find in a traditional science fiction title, but without just dropping in things like battle rifles and shotguns. It's assumed at this point that the tool can be upgraded and customized depending on how the player wants to play the game. If you love mining, then upgrading the ability to take in more resources makes sense. If you're all about finding new life on the bottom of the ocean, then upgrading its scanning capabilities underwater would also make sense. It will be interesting to see how this tool actually functions. Speaking of diving underwater, your suit is another way your character will grow and change. Upgrading your spacesuit has also been confirmed for the title. What types of upgrades have yet to be confirmed, but it has been mentioned that upgrading its resistances to like pressure of the deep oceans or the resistance to radiation could be possible, allowing players to explore new areas of the universe. Upgrading the armor or health of your character by the way of the suit is also mentioned, so if you're more of a combat-focused type character or player, that might be a way to go. So let's talk about combat then. The universe of No Man's Sky is beautiful, but somewhat dangerous. With the inclusion of procedurally generated universe means you never know what you'll run into. Some creatures are bound to have teeth and find you, well, tasty. But hostile plants and animals aren't the only big bad in the universe. There will be a primary antagonist in No Man's Sky. Some type of evil empire or federation, or a galaxy-spanning faction bent on making life hard for you? Well, we're not really sure. Fleet fights in space have been shown in the trailers. Dog fights in the atmosphere and in orbit of planets has also been shown, and wingmen can be picked up to fly as your escorts. Are these wingmen players though? Well, probably not. Multiplayer, the most misunderstood and confusing aspect of No Man's Sky. This needs to be said clearly. No Man's Sky is not an MMO. You won't be diving in with your friends at launch and exploring the galaxy together. This has been stated by the devs on multiple occasions. Multiplayer is being designed more like, say, Dark Souls than Star Citizen. Sometimes, randomly, you might see another human being, if they happen to pass by your area of space. Keep in mind the universe is massive, and you're randomly placed in it. Then the game has to decide to put you in the other person's world, then you have to be in the same area. Even if you were on the same planet, planets are so big that you'd have a hard time finding another human being on the planet. Now, some type of Dark Souls-like messaging system has been mentioned, allowing you to leave little bits of data for other players to come across. You'll always feel like the universe is living. There's this feature of interconnectivity in the game, where players will be able to affect the world, so you'll see the effects of other players without actually seeing those players most of the time. As you explore different planets and scan new species, that data will be uploaded to a massive server. So if, say, someone else comes across that same plant or animal, it will show you the name of who discovered it. The planetary map will blink when players find a new star system or a planetary body, giving you the feeling of that living universe and a larger purpose that you're all working together to explore this new frontier. Going out and finding your friends in the universe will be next to impossible because of the scale. Now, after launch, it has been mentioned that a more typical multiplayer mode or edition is planned. What does that mean? Well, who knows really, it hasn't been announced yet. A main goal to the game has been set: explore the center of the galaxy. Starting out on the rim on a totally unique planet, you make your way towards the center. The closer to the center you are, the more dangerous, interesting, and rewarding things get. Everyone will start out humbly and build their way up. If you want to travel among the stars, you need a hyperdrive, so you'll need to earn money to buy one. How you make that scratch is up to the player. With zero quests or hand-holding, it'll get interesting. Roles like explorer, trader, or pirate are just options that you can try to make that cache. You can even fly protection for other ships in the system. One thing that hasn't been shown is a mini-map at the bottom of the screen that's going to be included, which works kind of like Skyrim's compass system. It'll show you points of interests that are in the area. Could it be a crashed abandoned ship? Or a resource node? Maybe a mysterious beacon? It could even be topographical features like mountains, lakes, and canyons. Only way to find out though is to go there and have a look. It's a cool way to make some cash and upgrade your ship and suit in turn. And this will open up more exploration options so you can make more resources to upgrade more aspects of the game. So what about modding for the PC release? Now, it's been talked about and the devs have raised concerns. They've actually mentioned that if they don't put modding tools of some kind into the PC release, then talented coders will rip apart their game anyway. So putting out some kind of tool would be best. Nothing's confirmed yet, and I will report on this as more information comes up. Now, No Man's Sky has been inspired by all the great science fiction franchises and books, and I can't wait to see what kind of crazy things that we'll find in this title. Much of the game isn't finished, a lot of gameplay mechanics aren't fleshed out yet, so things are subject to change. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep up with the latest in No Man's Sky, Star Citizen, or even the Elite Dangerous further development, subscribe here to TGN. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Captain Jack here, and welcome to TG10, Top 10 Upcoming Space Sims. A little over a year ago, I did this same Top 10 topic, but